Hi, everybody.
Hello,
Hello. Hi, I'm Liz George, head of community here at Gather.
I'm Veronica Saron. I'm head of marketing here at Gather.
And today we're actually going to be taking you on a tour of our office here at Gather. Veronica is going to do a great job of actually walking us through the space, talking about a couple things. But I want to make sure that everybody feels good with the audio. So if you can hear us, just let us know in the chat. But we will also be taking questions from the chat. So I'm going to be doing the community thing and reading questions and talking to you there. So feel free, if you see anything, to call it out. Happy to answer any questions as we go through. Currently, we are in our lobby. Isn't that right?
This is our lobby. This is where we receive guests. So when folks are brand new to the space, and sometimes when you're also a member of this space as an employee, this is where you will spawn and enter. So what we're going to do is just do a little tiny tour around our lobby area, and then we'll take you into our office proper. So Liz, what I'm going to do right now is request for you to follow me. This is a feature that we have in the app so that if you're walking around the space and you want someone to come along with you, they can follow you. So you can either follow somebody or proactively request that they follow you. So let's do that right now. Click in on you. You know what's interesting? If I go to this, it's a new feature that we have to allow you to join in a spot. So it actually won't let me request you to follow me.
Oh, because we're in the private area?
Because we're in a private area.
All right, let's take a step out. All right.
Okay, try that again. I'm requesting to lead you.
Okay, and so this is what the actual UI looks like. Request to follow. I'm going to go ahead and hit accept. And yeah, Veronica, you want to show us around the lobby real quick?
Let's do it. All right, so each of these 4 areas are seating areas where you can take meetings with external guests here at Gather. We also have a piano up here, some coffee, nice decorations.
You and your coffee.
I mean, I definitely made some coffee over there and I need to go walk over and get it. But this is our kitchen area. This kitchen area is actually where we bake cookies so that we can drop them off at customers' offices. And I'm saying that a little tongue in cheek. You don't actually bake the cookies in here, but this is where we have cookies, and we also use it as a reference point for where we can pick up cookies to drop off at people's offices to thank them for being great customers. Okay, gonna keep walking around.
Thank you.
Okay, so something I want to call out, and there's going to be other areas where this is the case in the office, but you see this item lighting up? If I press X on my keyboard, it'll actually show how that object is interactable.
Could you actually move up a little bit? Like
Yes.
There we go. Thank you.
All right, so now it should be lighting up for Liz as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty of objects like this in the office. If you have an office, you are able to program your items very simply. It's literally opening up the item, dropping in a link, or dropping in an interaction radius. It's super drag and drop and simple, but it's a lot of fun for making your office really your own and making sure that you have all the collaboration and functionality that you need.
All
right.
Tian Bella would like to know if this is where web tracking cookies are made.
You know, it's an interesting question, Tian. We actually like that pun a lot here at Gather.
Thank you for your question, Tian. Thank you for coming. But no, we don't make web tracking cookies here. This is remote work solutions.
Yes. Although you probably do want to enable cookies on our site because we want to make sure that we're giving you the best experience possible. All right.
Nice navigation.
Shall we head into the office?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Press X to open door. So something that you'll see here, and Liz, I'd love for you to demonstrate this on your screen.
Sure.
We have a externally protected office. So you can actually add password doors like this to your office. Type it on in, you enter. I see your avatar walking around, Liz. You good?
Yep, I'm showing the UI. So yeah,
Awesome.
this is a private area. Please enter the password below. Ta-da! All right, hold on. Let me follow you. I'm going to follow her. And I'm going to request her to leave, and she'll get a little pop-up to see that I need to follow her.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, whoops. You requested to lead me.
Okay.
Are you going to follow
I'm good.
me?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. All right. We're great.
Wrong way.
Okay.
Wrong way. You're going the wrong way.
No, I will take us to our desks. But I want to just quickly show, as you can see here, these are all desks of our coworkers, and everybody personalizes the desks that they have. We've got this little area over here where, and you see I'm waving.
Oh, turn around and let's high five.
Stop following me.
I'm trying. Okay, ready?
And go.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, this area to the south of us is actually where we've got different games you can play. If we go over here to these tables, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
So you press X to interact with that, and that'll let you play some games. You can see other people in the office right now. So if you look to our avatar's right, you have Tanner over there, Ashley over there. They're on our operations team.
Let me zoom out a little bit so people can see.
Great. And then to our south, you see Vic. He's on our engineering team. To our left/west, you see Anthony, you see Katrina. And so Anthony and Katrina are working at their desks. It looks like Vic is waiting for somebody at a meeting. And Tanner and Ashley over there are co-working.
For me, this is super helpful because we obviously here at Gather, we host all of our meetings. I'm going to switch into our meeting view because we're in a private area. We host all of our meetings in Gather. So for me, it's really helpful when we're seeing people who are invited to a meeting and maybe they're running a few minutes late. I can take a look at the map and be like, oh, our coworker Hippa over here, she's at her desk talking with Timo. She's just running a few minutes late. That context is lost in remote work, and this is something that helps build that trust within an office when you're remote, because you can see where people are instead of allowing your imagination to run wild, like, oh, did they forget? Are they not logged in? Like, did they connect to the call? It allows you just to have some of that nonverbal context that's lost.
Absolutely. I definitely experienced that as well. So the area that we're in has a little game. Again, I don't see your screen, Liz.
So. Yep, I can switch back to the map view. Go for it.
Cool. So just go ahead and press X because we have this little game in front of us.
How do you move in this game? There we go. All right, welcome to Draw Battle. Would you like to play a game?
We won't play Draw Battle right now,
okay.
But I just wanted to show that you can add in a lot of embedded games if you wanted to have those social touch points with coworkers. So if people are having lunch and they want to take a seat here and play Draw Battle while they're eating, entirely possible, very fun to do. And Gather comes preloaded with games like this that you can drop in your map maker into your office. But you can also start to add in your own if you want as well.
We have Claudia in chat saying, hey girls, I heavily use Gather for my own live events and love to see events like this. So thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Excellent.
All right, let me zoom out a little bit. Are we ready to go to the next section?
Oop. Yes.
All right,
we're gonna follow you. We're gonna head to the social section just to give it a thumbs up here, and then we're gonna head back to our desks.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of areas like this in our office have designated purposes. So this is, as you can see, social area. This is where people may sit to have lunch. You can see a little wacky area above me to my north where we have a bunch of little surf cars that are happening. That's function of an inside joke that we have going on. But in Gather, you can designate spaces like this with purposes, whether it's co-working or socializing like here. And this is just another example of that. All right.
Hold on.
Let's head over to our desk.
Daniel Morgan says, this is super interesting. Thank you for showcasing this. Thank you, Danielle, for coming. Good to see you. All right.
Excellent.
Let me go ahead.
Head over here.
Oh, look, it's my desk.
What do you know? It's your desk. So this area here is where the marketing team and other customer facing teams sit. So my desk is the one with all the used coffee cups and the purple.
We can't quite see it yet. So if you want to walk that way.
Yeah, let's go over there.
Hi, Morgan. Let's wave at Morgan.
I think Morgan might be busy, but we're here.
Oh, she turned
turned around. Morgan is our product marketer, and she's fantastic. This area here is my desk with all these coffee cups. So in real life situations, when I used to work in a physical office, I tended to be somebody who would have tons of coffee cups at my desk. So this was kind of an homage to that.
No way. Not you.
No way, not me.
No. I'm going to go ahead
over here to Liz's desk.
I'm going to go ahead and lock my space so that we don't disturb our coworkers.
Yeah.
And so this actually blocks out any kind of audio or conversation within this area, and it also prevents people from coming in. And so this is incredibly helpful for when we have sensitive conversations. Maybe we have to talk about something about budget or about a campaign. We have to be very cognizant, just like in a real office, that we're not disturbing the people around us. So being able to lock at the desk, just have those casual walk-up conversations is really incredibly helpful.
Yeah, and something that I thought of that's funny about this phenomenon is in real life offices, I tend to have this voice that carries a little too much, doesn't have a volume tab. And so I've actually found that being able to lock our desks so that people don't just overhear my random banter is pretty helpful.
I'm slowly muting you.
Slowly. Morgan's waving again. Hello, Morgan.
Hi, Morgan. All right.
Another little thing I want to call out, and this people may have noticed this, but if you look down at each person's avatars, you can see when people are talking. Mm-hmm. And again, that's the kind of shared space context that helps with building trust with coworkers, however simple it may be. Because right now I can see that Ashley and Tanner are having a conversation. And that may be something that I circle back with Ashley about later on, just saying, hey, how was your conversation with Tanner before? Mm-hmm. It's the kind of conversation that you can have in a physical office that you might not usually get when working remotely and asynchronously. But in a like Gather, you can see those things, you can feel those things, and it helps build that trust, as Liz mentioned.
And something really helpful too on the navigation at your desk, like you can lower the volume of your surroundings, you can lock your space, and you can also put like that you're focusing. So people know that you might not be available. I can also come here to my personal menu and hit Do Not Disturb, which will let people know that I am not available to talk, that I'm just focusing at my desk, which is really helpful because for me, I do a lot of project-based work. And so I enjoy being able to have my heads down while still feeling like I'm in the office and collaborating and like working next to Morgan on her hay bale. So it's very, very important hay bale.
We love the hay bales.
We do.
One mention on that, with the Do Not Disturb mode, you can actually see it in action in our space now. Timo and Hiba are on our team. I think, Liz, you may or may not be zoomed in right now, but if you can zoom out.
Yep.
You can see that there's a little Do Not Disturb icon next to Timo's name, next to Hiba's name. Morgan's got a green icon. So it's very easy to go up to people and know who's available to talk, who's got their head down, etc. Awesome. So we talked about individual desks and how you can lock them down, how conversations happen here, how conversations might not happen here, but you get those visual indicators of what makes sense and whether you can walk up to somebody. We should go over to the exact opposite of that and head over to the all hands room.
Sure. Give me a second to zoom back in a little bit and I will unlock the desk. And if you don't unlock the desk, that's perfectly fine. It's just something that I like to do to be like, I don't know. One of those things is just like, I know my stuff is done.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you walk out of the desk, you're not like locked in at your desk.
Right.
You're fine. Okay. So to our left, you will see, more quiet co-working spaces. So actually, just really quickly, this area here is we know culturally is where people hang out if they want to be in the presence of others, but stay quiet. So it's a really cute area for that.
Claudia has a question. Can you temporarily grant building powers for people to do that? Are you referring to customizing people's desks? Because once people have their desk, they're able to actually customize their little area on their own. And what if they actually accidentally end up deleting the whole thing? The map is, something that is editable, just like in real life. But we haven't exactly had any particular issues with people deleting things. But we're able to, add the chairs back. I can show some of the functionality and here in the build tool where you just pull up the objects and then you can simply place them. So if I were to be careless and delete this chair, I can go ahead and just replace it. But there are building options, but especially for desks, people have that customization option. And you can turn off building in general for people on and off depending on the use case.
You can also modulate admin privileges depending on what you want people to have. Generally speaking, we recommend that you give build privileges so that people can decorate their desks. But that's very different from map making privileges, where you can change the terrain in the space. And so you can go through and make sure of that. You can also just make rules in the office, knowing that you trust your coworkers to not do something malicious. Okay, shall we head to the all hands space?
All hands space. Do you want to swing? Yeah. Let's go there. Let me follow you. Let's go.
Okay. All right, here we are.
All right, you go ahead to the speaker spot.
You want me to go to the speaker spot?
Yes, please.
All right.
So Veronica's actually going to walk up here, and there's spotlights up there. And once she enters that spotlight, every single person in this room is going to be able to hear what she's saying to everybody. I know she doesn't need a microphone or a megaphone, but we're giving her one for this particular. We're giving her one for this particular example. So in our all hands space, we actually have some private areas here too, because if we have breakout groups, maybe we want to. Hold on. I'm showing the space. So give me one moment, ma'am.
I will let you.
So we have breakout areas. We can make this a private area, have people come in here and have conversations for different parts of the teams. So we have these different sections here, but we also have a place here for us to fill out our all hands questions. So if you wanted to ask any questions to the speaker who's currently having the session, we can go ahead and do that. Okay, Veronica, please take it away, Miss Megaphone.
All right, here we are in our all hands space. Because Liz was walking around the space, I couldn't hear her because in Gather, we have spatial audio and video. So if Liz is in a spot in the area where I can't hear her, just like in real life, then I can't hear her. The way that you construct an all hands space, though, is with some specific tiles in the map maker. You can put down a tile like the one that my avatar is standing on, which allows you to broadcast to the entire room. So every week in Gather, we use this space that we're in right now to do our all hands. Philip, our CEO, will stand here. He'll give his words. Our co-founders will do that. Our different team members who are featured in our weekly all hands, and they'll rotate through standing on this square, depending on what we're doing that week. But you'll also notice that we have conversation pits. I think, Liz, go ahead and nod yes or no if you've shown the area where we receive questions. Excellent. See, I can see her going thumbs up. You end up having a lot of bits and pieces for context like that, which is great. And the other thing that ends up happening, which I don't think we can necessarily demo, is, yes, confetti. So if you press F, this is a little trick here in Gather, you can blast confetti. And the other Easter egg is if you have enough people blasting confetti at the same time, you create applause. So can't demo that for you right now, but it is a fun little feature. And of course, our other fun little feature is being able to dance.
And
with
which
your
key
avatar.
is that?
If you press Z, you can do that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Awesome. So this is our all hands room. I think we can head over to the social space.
Yeah.
Yes?
Let's go.
All right.
I'll follow you.
Go ahead and follow me. All right.
And yeah, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask them. You see, there's a bunch of people here. Thank you guys for coming, and thanks for your patience as we're doing this for you guys. I really appreciate it.
So what's funny is there were 2 go-karts here.
There's somebody took our go-kart?
Yeah, somebody took our go-kart.
No,
All right.
oh no, we just stacked them.
Stacked them. Okay. I was gonna say, we orchestrated and did a full walkthrough of this live stream earlier.
Very professional.
Super professional. We wanted to make sure we had our go-karts ready to go, and I thought somebody took one. But this area right here that you see right above, the racetrack, is a fun social area that we've built that if you have a Gather office, you can include in your office as well. It's a built-in racetrack game. Live stream. We will show you what that's all about, but just wanted to make sure that you knew it exists. It's a fun feature that allows you to casually play a game with your coworkers right in the office.
And I moved away a little bit too much when you said that, but yeah, we're going to do another stream that's going to focus on just the kind of social events that you can do within the platform to bond with your teams. So, where are we headed to next?
Well, now we're going to head over to our private marketing section.
All right. So we should drive there and park because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to hear you because I know how you drive. So let's wait until we're in the marketing space to actually have more of a conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and get on the golf cart. And I'll meet you over there. So yeah, it's actually pretty helpful because you can zoom around pretty quickly. We have more of a foresty area over here on this side, but we're going to go ahead up here to say this is Veronica's car. This is what happens when we allow her to do things and drive around. We're going to go ahead and park here and then walk up to our marketing area. Okay.
All right. So it's actually sort of funny. We spend a lot of time in here as a marketing team doing co-working and meetings. And I don't actually know if folks at Gather are even aware that we put this in the forest, but we did. And the whole point of this marketing area is to be our space within this larger space. So every week we do have a marketing meeting where we meet in this space. And the very first time our team got together, I insisted that everybody make this space our own, whatever that meant to people. So you'll see here that we've got some balloons, which I put down. We've got some lavender, which you'll see in the tree above my head. Morgan on our team put down the mac and cheese because she was like, mac and cheese speaks to me. It's important to me. Timo on our team is German. So he put down the Germany flag, but he lives in South Korea because we have employees all over the world of all different nationalities and backgrounds. And he put that down. And I think, Liz, you added in something, but I don't remember which one of these was yours.
I did some balloons, but I believe this is where my reports live. Oh yeah, we have our marketing plan here. We'll close that out because confidential, y'all. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm the one who actually picked the location because I wanted something by the water.
I think you also put up that divider, but you put it to block everything, and I was like, oh,
I like privacy. I like privacy.
Yeah, this whole area though is really special for us because it's where we can be a team. People don't really know about it, and for fun, if you look at each of these items, I made sure to embed each of our team's goals and plans and ideas so it's easy to reference. And then at one point, we also had a whiteboard here, which is something you can embed in your space and make sure that you can use just like a real life whiteboard while you're in meetings. I think I removed it because I wanted to keep it a little tidier, however tidy this space is, but certainly something that you can add in your space if that's something that speaks to you.
Okay, I'm going to navigate out into meeting view so people can see what the meeting view looks like while we're in this space. Would you like to talk about our meetings that we host in this space?
Yep. So I actually will talk a little bit about the features. So basically, when you open up meeting view right now, which I think Liz has open on her computer.
Correct.
It blocks out everything else in the space just so you can focus on being present in that meeting. We usually use Meeting View when we do our weekly marketing meetings. But if we're co-working, we don't necessarily use this view. We just hang out, we'll chill, we'll relax and talk about what we're excited about on our channels. So for Timo, who leads all of our partnerships and our a lot of efforts around paid customers, he may share some insights that he's got. And Hiba, who does all things lifecycle marketing and operations for marketing operations, she may notice that there's a way to improve something for what Timo's working on. And of course, Morgan will listen in on that and see if there's a cross learning that she can bring over into product marketing. And then of course, Liz, you're in on all that. So then you can see what you can bring over into social and community. It becomes very informal. It becomes an opportunity for us to be together as a team and to guide each other on different opportunities that we're excited about.
Something that I really like about it is when you're doing remote work, like when you log into like a different platform and everybody's just kind of sitting there like on mute with their camera off. When I walk up to this section, like I always see Timo and Hiba and Morgan sitting there talking, having a conversation, sharing about their day. And it brings back that feeling of, you know, walking into a meeting room and having those casual conversations. It just makes you feel a little bit more connected. So I enjoy having this space with our team.
100%. I feel it too. And I did mention also, people are all over the world. Morgan is in Omaha, Hiba's in Connecticut. I'm in one part of California, Liz is in another part of California. And like I mentioned, Timo is in South Korea, but he's German. And so he sometimes goes back to Germany. It's not always possible in the modern working era to have everybody physically in one place. Even in this post-COVID era, people are all over the place. Great talent, great team members are all over the place. And you need a space like this that's shared, that allows you to enjoy time together while also working and being productive.
And learning about how much Morgan loves mac and cheese.
There we go. Exactly.
Things I wouldn't know if we didn't work remote.
Yeah. And there's also little bits like, I mean, I think this is a little bit niche and personal, but you find out a lot about a person by what decisions they make on their avatars.
Oh, like what? Like you being a pirate woman currently? With
Yeah.
an eye patch?
Okay. So yes, with an eye patch. I also chose the side braid because I usually wear my hair in a French braid in real life. I picked the owl pet. So like if you see, like if I dance, the little owl like will wave above my head. I went to Rice University, which is our mascot is the owl. People wouldn't know that necessarily just by looking at my avatar, but I picked those things because those things were important to me. And they do start conversations if people ask about it and you have a reference point that has nothing to do with work. It's just about human.
And for me, I think it's great that I actually get to express myself with a proper hair color in an avatar.
Yeah, there you go. Because sometimes platforms don't always have pink hair.
Yeah, well, they should.
They all should.
They all should.
Every single one of them should.
Every single one.
All right. So this is our space. We're very proud of it. I love spending time here with the team. I think what we'll do now is, Liz, do you want me to follow you or you want me to follow me down the side of the office?
Well, I want to call out to chat and make sure if there's any other questions that people might have before we wrap up about like how we actually work together on Gather, give people some time. We did have some questions about like asking if you can move your avatar or can you automate your avatar in certain rooms, certain days and times. And I explained how you actually move with the WASD and how you could click on the calendar alert to take me to a meeting and like taking you back to your desk. But it's supposed to reenact you actually walking around the office, actually having to take an action to go somewhere and do something. For me, it changes like my mindset before going to a meeting, because like if we have our marketing team meeting at say 9 a.m. at 8:55, I know I need to get my stuff together, look at the agenda and start walking to where I need to go. And then if I'm running late, I'm like, where's the go-kart so I can be there on time. It just creates this sense of presence and responsibility that like you lose with like clicking into like a different online video platform. Um, you like how I navigated that one pretty well. But yeah, it doesn't look like we have any other questions. So I think it might be a good idea. We always like to make sure, just like in a real office, that we walk people out. So going to head down the other side of the office. Veronica, I can follow you if you want to show some more of our meeting spaces, and then we can head out to the lobby again.
Excellent. Let's do that.
Great.
All right.
Go ahead and follow you. And we're still taking questions if anybody has them. Just please let me know.
Fantastic. Okay. So this whole area is the forest of forest in our gather space. And like I said, we kept our marketing area ironically private. But these areas over here are also more private areas that you can take meetings in.
And these are all lockable. So like you can hit the lock here at the top, right? So that people, if we need to have a private conversation, no matter what meeting room we're going into, we can lock this. And I can also link it to this area and share it out to anybody who needs to be in here. And we can also edit the area if you have those permissions. I could see this being an amazing option for virtual schools. Yes, Allison, it really is, because it allows that collaboration and like sense of belonging, having that kind of personalized space.
The other thing about folks using Gather for education is a lot of these features that we built specifically for offices do cross over into education, even if we're primarily building them for a paying office customer. And, you know, I'm in marketing, but I want to make sure that we're giving this a little shout out. For education customers, we do have specific discounts. Mm-hmm. And so if you have that, you can check that out on the website, and we do provide that. Okay, this space over here, I'm going to walk over to the little T zone just to show another area.
Okay.
Okay, the forest Meeting Zen, which is awesome.
Complete with swords.
Complete with swords and bonsai trees. We love the bonsai trees.
Not more than hay bales.
Not more than hay bale. We love the hay bales and the bonsai trees.
Mm-hmm.
Too good. All right. So there's a lot of little areas like this around the office. A feature that's tricky to show off in a live stream is that in our meeting experience, you download the Chrome extension and install it within Google Calendar. And if you have Google Calendar linked up in Gather, then you can set a meeting zone, or you can set up a meeting and it'll automatically pick a private area that is unoccupied that matches the same attendee list. If you have 7 people, it'll pick a space with 7 capacity.
Why don't you go ahead and create a Google account, event and go ahead and invite me, and it will pop up on my screen and we can show that functionality.
Yeah, good point. So I obviously know Liz's email address. I'm going to put together a little event on my screen where I'm inviting, hello, Liz. You can't see this on my screen, but I'm doing this right now.
You could actually share your screen.
I should. That's what I should do.
We're in a meeting. We should share your screen.
Geez, I'm so silly. This is obviously what I should have done. Give me a moment. Let me do that.
No problem.
So the thing is, like, going a little off script here, Liz is the one who is live streaming this right now. But for me, I'm going to start a meeting. So you'll see meetings starting in a little bit of time.
Yep.
And now what I'm going to do is screen share. And so because Liz is doing this, I don't have the intuition around how to show things. And that's why I keep saying, like, oh, Liz, have you shown this? Liz, have you shown that? Because I'm not seeing what you guys are all seeing as viewers. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. All right. So it is 9:35 a.m. Pacific time. I'm going to invite you to an event at 9:41 a.m. just so that we can show this feature really quickly.
You can just do 9:40. It's 9:35 right now. It's not going to take you 5 minutes to set up an event.
I want it to like ping you though.
Got it.
So I'm actually in the Gather meeting link. This is a function of the Google Calendar. Here it is. Sent it to Liz. Let's see if that pops up. It may or may not pop up for you because I sent it right on the border.
Dot.
You got it?
No, I'm accepting the meeting to make sure that helps. Because it should say starting now once it actually happens.
Okay, great.
So we can actually start walking around and show different meeting areas and wait for that pop up, and I can let you know when that happens.
Okay, great. There's a possibility that it doesn't pop up just because I put it in that zone. Like it was a little too quick, but usually what happens is you'll get a little pop up if the meeting is happening.
Okay, there it goes. Hi, Liz. In 4 minutes, take me there.
All right, I'm going to do it too.
All right, take me there.
Let's go.
Sliding the chairs back in, watering the plants, refilling coffee cups. We doesn't need more coffee, y'all. Really, I promise. But yeah, so my avatar is moving on her own. She's going to where the meeting is actually assigned. And yeah, now here we are.
Amazing. So here we are.
I just said that.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear it. So for viewers, I didn't hear her because I was walking and she was too far away from me. So she sat down into this private area and I didn't hear her until I entered the private area. And then I did the exact same thing as her. But in any case, when you use Gather and when you set up a meeting like that, you will integrate your Google Calendar, download the Easy Chrome extension, and then you can actually just head over to an available space that is for your two people. If it's 20 people, it can be 20 people. What I would love to show actually is there's a meeting going on right now. We're not going to go into it because, confidentiality, but I just want to show that there are meetings that happen among a lot of people.
Okay, let's be stealthy.
Let's be stealthy.
I'm following you.
We're going to sneak. All right. So Liz, if you can open up the participant tab. And you can see that in the slab meeting room, there's 19 people.
All right, let's go be nosy from a distance.
Nosy from a distance. So I'm going toward the slab meeting room, which I happen to know where that is, but yeah, there it is. So you see that there's
Let me zoom out, hold on. There we go. Yep, look at all them people being productive, collaborating, congregating even.
And as you can see, right now, Gorka is talking. I can see Gorka's avatar speaking. I can see he's continuing to speak. And he's probably presenting because he's one of the engineering leads for this particular team. But everybody's in that room. They're all chatting. They're all working through some new exciting updates that we're going to be launching in the coming weeks. And that's why we're not going to walk in there. But there they are. Okay. So we showed you a private one-on-one, two-person meeting. We showed you how meeting experience works.
We showed all hands.
We showed what happens in a private area where there might be 20 people.
We also rode go-karts, which is very important for productivity.
Extremely important. But as you can see, our office is vibrant. It's a great place to be. We're very passionate about it. I am going to take y'all back out to the lobby.
Thank you.
We have a little shortcut here that we built in so that we don't have to use the password to get out.
All right, let's go back to our little area, and I will lock this so we don't have anybody coming in and out. But yeah, switch back to meeting view. All right, so yeah, thank you, Veronica, for showing me around our office. It was a great time.
You're so welcome.
But yeah, thank you everybody for attending. If you have any other questions, we can be here for a few more minutes, but really appreciate you guys coming. Thank you for taking the time to let us show you how we kind of work and collaborate and how we're present in our office on a daily basis so we can stay connected and work together with our teams and cross-functionally regardless of location, because we really like to break down those boundaries of location.
Excellent. So I don't see any questions coming through, but I think you're the one who's monitoring it. For those of you who are watching right now, thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who are catching up later, thanks for spending your time watching our office, checking it out, seeing the features. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us on social media. You can reach out on LinkedIn. Liz is available as our head of community. And our team generally just loves chatting with Gather enthusiasts and customers. So if you see any of us around, whether in our remote work Slack or on social media, as I mentioned, or anywhere else on the interwebs in the metaverse, please reach out.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap here. But again, thank you everybody for coming. It was wonderful seeing you. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the map view. I'm going to go ahead and wave at everybody. Thank you so much. Yeah, see you guys next time. We're going to be doing more of these, which is really exciting. We're going to do something that's going to be more focused on events and socials for your team to build, highlight more features. We have some really exciting content coming out about how to onboard your team, how to make people feel more included, how to feel like you're an expert at the platform. So we have a lot of really great content coming out. So we really appreciate your time. And it's Friday. Heck yeah. So have a great rest of your Friday, wherever you are. Have a wonderful weekend. And
We'll see you next time.
You'll see you next time. Right. Bye, everybody.